Yeah, I don't want to go to jail for anything. I'm much too, like, weak.
And you're pretty. You are listening to the Stand Up Dads podcast.
This is hecka boring.
Yeah, it is.
Let's try again.
What?
I said hello.
Hello. Hello, girls. You name what that's from?
That's Lenny and Squiggy, right?
Damn straight. Hello, girls.
Hello. I always love when they like bite their fists, like.
It was like,
They were the best part of that show.
probably.
I'd watch it just
When we were
because of
that
them.
age, yeah.
Yeah, Lenny and Squiggy. They were funny.
Mm-hmm.
Although I would expect that it would be the type of show that if we watched it again, we'd be like, I'm sorry, I said that was funny.
Oh, yeah, it's like Three's Company and all that.
Yeah, where you're like, it's hilarious. And then I remember when Oli was little, one of them was right. I said the old Batman show was great, and it really was. It's really watchable. It's funny. It's well written. It knew it was being silly.
Mm-hmm.
The Monkeys, I thought was hilarious at like 5 or 6 years old, and
Sure.
I was like, let's watch that.
It's garbage.
Oh, Oli still thought it was funny, but I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God. I'm like,
I know.
why did I say we'd watch this? Like,
I'll still watch them.
yeah, I remember though, like, I was like, they are so funny. They are hilarious.
You just thought Davy Jones was dreamy.
He was a dreamboat, the daydream believer.
I just remember the drummer. What was it Mickey Dolenz? Looked like
Yeah.
he could take a punch.
Yeah.
Thick old jaw.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? The guy with the beanie cap with the palm.
Oh,
on top.
Mike. That was Mike.
Nesmith.
Nesmith.
Yeah. Whose mom discovered liquid paper.
That's so cool. Heir
The
to the
fuck?
liquid paper.
And Nesmith
Origin.
went on to make MTV.
Did he make MTV?
Apparently he was part of it.
Wow.
And hats off to him for not making the first video they played, a Monkeys video.
What was the...
Video killed the radio star.
Oh, that was the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Everyone's clicking off going, oh, these fucking nerds. This is Stand Up Dads. This is Rob.
And Mike, yeah, and talking about all the old stuff that places are, how old we are.
Well, you and your brother made a project on video killed the radio star. Like internet killed the video star.
We were at the company that did that one.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't one that we wrote, but we animated on it. We were on at a company that was called E Studio,
Mhm.
and they had a series called Regurge, and that was one that they wrote.
Mm-hmm.
The ones
That was a good
one
one.
one of the ones Doug did. I don't think it ever got made because the company went under. He was doing
The
one
Cyndi
that was.
Lauper?
Well, Cyndi Lauper was one that I did with
Okay.
my friend Eric. That one, Mime After Mime. That
Which was
one,
great.
that one we did, and then Doug was doing one that
I Want a
was
Fat Babe.
that one. I didn't write it, but we
Oh.
animated
Okay.
on that one. And
And
then
Mike having all these projects.
yeah, what was the one Doug was doing was gonna be a good one. It was, what is that one? Dragula, that song. Rob Zombie.
Yeah, Rob
he was
Zombie.
doing that was Wrestler, and it was all
I
wrestlers.
never saw that one.
But no, it never got made. He was
No.
working on it before it got.
And then it went to so.
Yeah, because that one would have been a good one. I'm trying to think what other ones.
Oh, we should.
Oh,
yeah.
the one that didn't get made that I had written the words to. I think my friend Eric had the initial like name, but I wrote the words to it. It was gonna be. You remember that Beautiful Stranger song that was like
Yeah.
Madonna? I had done one that was Beautiful Ranger.
Oh, God.
And it was Tonto singing about it. It was actually really good. It's all me fell in love with a beautiful ranger.
Nice. Oh,
Dang it. I wish that one had gotten made.
Mix that in with the old Thank You Masked Man.
Yeah.
The Lenny Bruce cartoon.
Oh my God. I love that one.
That's great.
Who animated that? That I would like to go look up because that animation's really
no
cool.
one gives a fuck.
How dare you?
No one gives
I
a fuck.
care.
No
I
one
care.
cares.
I
don't.
care. I
And-
care.
Well, I should congratulate you for making it back from your camping trip.
Yes, and alive and without what I assumed was going to happen, either being eaten alive by bugs or for sure back going out or, you know, like a knee injury or anything. I didn't fall. I expected to fall.
That's sad when that's the highlight of your day. I didn't fall today. Yay.
Well, to go from being completely glued to a couch for at least a year and a half to then decide we're going to go backpacking what was supposed to be 4 miles.
Yeah.
And turned out to be closer to 7. And then we got up there, and it was wonderful once we got up there. My friend Graham set us up, and it was like this Kibbe Lake or something up by Yosemite, and beautiful.
Yeah, the pictures you sent were awesome.
But then the smoke came in from the fires.
Yep.
So then the next day, we were like, it's not good to stay here again. So at least we got to hang out like in the morning, and we started to head back, I think around 3. And that that was rough, man, because when we were there, I heard like a cat, like a meow, and I was like, oh my God, there's cats up here. And like, no, that's a fox. And I was like, wow, I didn't know. I'm like, that's what the fox says, I guess,
Jesus Christ.
It sounded just like it. But then when we were leaving, it took us, like about 5 hours to hike out. Mm-hmm. It was just getting to be dusk, and we were maybe a quarter mile from getting out. Mm-hmm. And I hear like this like, and I was like, is that a fox too? And Andy's like, that is a mountain lion. And we just sat there like still. It was just hella loud. Mm-hmm. And then we heard it again, and it was a little farther off, and we're like, go like,
didn't you survive a bear attack?
Oh that's right. I was like, yeah, because me being super paranoid as it is, Graham told me, like, if you hear a bear, you're gonna hear. He's like, it's like it'll make a snuffing sound, and you'll hear like low growls. Mm-hmm. So when we went to sleep, we were both wiped out, and I was starting to read, and Annie's like, "Well, just read out loud." So I read out loud. She fell asleep, and I read a little longer, and then I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go sleep."
That's kind of odd.
What?
Read out loud so I can fall asleep?
Yeah, she just wanted to hear me reading, I guess.
Okay.
So then it's quiet, and I'm sitting there starting to try to fall asleep, and I hear this like, and I fucking freak out. Like, I'm like, oh my God. And I'm listening, and and I'm like, so I go, Annie, is that a bear? And I turn over, and she's going, she was so tired. Like, she never snores like that. I was like, oh my God. So like, I was so scared that I wasn't even like placing that it was like coming from in the tent. I was like, there's a bear for real. That's exactly what he said to listen for.
Fucking idiot. Well, I'm glad you made it back.
Oh, and I got to shit in the woods.
Yay.
I did it. I dug the hole. The only thing I thought of was like, I found this wonderful spot with like rocks around me and a little rock above. I was like, this is a nice little spot. But then as I was doing it, I was imagining like, what a horrible place to die. Like a bear comes around the corner, or a snake bites you like while you're sitting there. What a way to be found, you know? Mm-hmm. Although he did show me or tell me, like, you dig the hole, then you put your heels. It reminded me of how they teach you how to parallel park. Like, he was like, put your heels right on either end of the hole and then squat. And it was like a hole in one every time. It was amazing how perfect it was for this little hole.
We've all seen like when old Asian guys are smoking and they're squatting down.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Just your butt is just an inch over your heels.
Yep.
And then, yeah, that's the best way to go. Because, yeah, if you're trying to hover or whatever, you're going to fall in your own shit.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
You made it back in time for the first week of school.
Yes.
Which my kid just started yesterday.
Wow.
And yours was last week.
Last Thursday, yeah.
And you already got a COVID scare.
Yeah, already. Like, they just sent that notice out yesterday, but yeah, the Friday. So 2 days in, there was a kid that got it. So far, luckily, hopefully, Olivia's showing no symptoms, but it's scary because, she can't get a vaccine right now. And
I know.
The rules, even though overall I think this school has done a good job, it's still just crazy. So it's like they wear masks, but no social distancing.
We'll get into it.
Yeah. It's like so random a little bit.
Well, we went yesterday to drop off the boy together, my wife and I. And it was just, actually, they did a pretty good job for as chaotic as it could have been. So we dropped him off, and it was like, no parents past this point, which is, I think, a good thing.
Yeah.
And then as we were leaving, Kim and I were in the car, and I started driving away. She's like, no, drive past the school. I want to check out the moms. And I'm thinking, oh, me too. I've never felt so close to you as right now. Yeah, she didn't think that was funny, but on the plus side, the kid came back out, just at the end of the day, we both got him again.
Yeah.
It's just because it's the first day. We're not going to do that every time. But
Yeah.
he just came out, it's the best day ever. And then within 5 minutes, I don't want to go back to school.
You're kidding.
It's like, you fucking asshole.
So does he not want to go back to school in person, or just I don't want to do school?
He just doesn't want to do school.
Yeah, I identify with him as a
Yeah,
kid.
but how do you go from this is the best day ever to I don't want to go back to school?
Olivia's absolute opposite. She's like, I'm sad, where I'm like, I miss her being here, working on her stuff and being here. She's having a freaking blast.
And I think it's good. I think it's good for all of us, you included.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm like,
I don't know. I got a comic named Jim Colleton talking about the difficulties of parenting when your kid is in school. Here goes.
It's hard raising kids. No one tells you how hard it is till you do it yourself. I was home last week with my second little girl, helping her do her math homework, math word problems. She's having a hard time. She put a pencil down. She goes, Dad, do I really need to know this stuff? I said, yes, you do, honey. This is the stuff you need to know as an adult. Then I kind of felt like a liar as I was walking away. When's the last time anyone's ever called you, hey, can you pick me up at the train station? Yeah. What time do you get in? Well... I leave on a train out of New York City at 3 p.m. And that train will be traveling at 16 miles an hour. The train also has 2 stops. A 10-minute stop in Hartford, Connecticut, a 15-minute stop in Providence, Rhode Island. You tell me what time I arrive at Boston.
you tell me.
Make sure you show your work before you come pick me up. My son forgot his lunch last week. I have to bring it down to school. 8:15 in the morning. I'm not much of a morning person. I go walking in the school. I said, I have Joe Colleton's lunch. Lady behind the counter goes, okay, what is his teacher's name? I have 3 kids. They seem to rotate a new teacher every year. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I have no idea who his teacher is. I was kind of hoping someone here would have that information for me.
They always ask that.
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't even care if the kid gets the lunch, okay? You can eat the lunch. He can eat the lunch. Someone can eat the lunch. All I know is I can't bring this brown bag back to the angry woman who sent me down here at 8:15 in the morning. Listen, between me and you, I don't even know if I'm at the right school right now. Saw some kids, I saw some buses, I took a chance, I came in. Please, just take the lunch from me, will you?
You're a teacher.
My kids seem smart. They get good grades in school, but I worry about their common sense. This is a perfect example. I'm working a cruise last summer. I was flying out on a Saturday, coming home the next Saturday. We're all having breakfast Saturday morning. So listen, I'm flying out today. I'll be gone for 7 days. Make sure you help your mom around the house. Good luck on your sporting events. I'll see you next Saturday. Wednesday, my son calls my cell phone. Hey, Dad, you pick me up over Andrews? I said, no, I'm in the middle of the ocean right now. He goes, can you get me later? So let me ask you a question. It's Wednesday. You haven't noticed I've been gone since Saturday? He goes, oh, yeah. Is Mom with you?
You haven't noticed.
I'll tell you what, I will pick you up later on. How's that sound?
Let me ask you a question.
Man.
I love that.
Sometimes it's just they're so book smart. They're just so dumb smart.
Yeah.
I almost said dumb smart. That was very dumb of me.
Dumb smart. They're dumb smart.
Oh, jeez.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I could see my kid not noticing that I was gone for a week.
Yeah. I've been gone since Saturday.
Oh, where you been? Been trying. So he's been at school for exactly 1 day, trying to get him to do homework.
Yeah.
Because all he had to do was write a paragraph about what he liked about his first day back at school.
That's it.
And holy shit, you would have thought we were going to ask him to, like, I don't know even what, just...
Yeah.
And I'm just so annoyed with just the drama, the tears, the screaming. I'm like, dude, just sit down and write this. He's like, I hate school. And
it's like the trying to get through to them that this has now taken 3 times as long as it would have been to just write the thing. Just
10
write the
times
thing.
as long. Yeah.
Just write it. Just write it.
It's like, I don't, it's like my favorite part of school was what? He's like, recess. Fine, put that down.
Yes.
Because you know what? It's valid. He hasn't had recess in a year and a half.
Yeah, all of it's valid. They just want him to write something.
Yeah.
Let's see what your writing is like at this point. That's all.
I mean, let's see if it looks like you write with your feet, because that's what it looks like. But Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy?
Yeah.
He has a thing about next level parenting and getting your kid to do homework. Here goes.
I got a phone call from my agent, and he's like, Gabe, check it out. CHP, California Highway Patrol, wants to hire you to do a show. I go, really? What does it pay? They want you to donate your time. I think I'm busy. They told me to let you know you have a warrant in the city of Fresno, California. I'm like, oh, they're good. So I did the show, and I'm going to tell you guys right now. It was one of the scariest shows I ever did. A room full of nothing but cops. Everybody's drinking a lot. And I'm scared because if they get ghetto, who do I call? I got to go out in the parking lot and find some gang member. Hey, back me up. So the show went good. It went so good that they asked me to do another show in California, in San Diego, for the California Highway Patrol Border Division. And I tried to make up an excuse that my car wasn't working right. They said, no worries, we understand. They sent a patrol car to my house.
Oh, no.
With a freaking uniformed officer. And I was like, oh, my God. Best part was I didn't tell my family he was coming. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you have to create your own entertainment. It was hysterical. 5 o'clock rolled around. I'm like, he should be here any minute. Sure enough. Frankie! Frankie, can you get the door, please? Okay, Gabriel. So he goes to the door, comes back, and he's got like, he's like, Gabriel, the police are here. Why are you whispering? Because something's going to happen. When he said that, I'm like, oh, I got to freaking let him have it now. I said, oh, my God, Frankie, they found me. They found me, Gabriel. I got to go, Frankie. I got to go take care of your mom for me, okay? I love you. No! I got to go, Frankie. And I saw the officer. I said, pretend you're arresting me. I want to freak out my kid. No problem. Turn around and put your hands behind your back. I can't reach.
I can't reach.
Just hold my hand. Walk me to the car. Just walk me to the car. Come on, just walk me to the car. He doesn't know the difference, dude. Just walk me to the car.
He doesn't know the difference.
I get to the cop car. He throws me in the back seat, right, and slams the door. And I ask him, is it okay if I yell out the window to freak out my kid? You want to use the microphone? Yeah! Freaking. Here you go, sir. And he hands me the microphone, and I said, Frankie, this is the police. We have your father. We're coming back for you in 1 hour. Do your homework. 1 minute later, my girlfriend calls me. You're it. What's he doing? He's doing his homework. That's called parenting, baby.
Do your homework.
I may have to resort to that to get him to do his... But the thing is, he wouldn't even care.
He wouldn't even listen to the cop?
No.
Oh. That's the worst. Where, yeah, he's the type of kid that doesn't... None of that phases him. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, that's
the
no
only
good.
thing I can get him with right now is I promised him if he's good all week that I'll take him fishing Saturday morning.
Ooh, that's good that you got him to like fishing that much.
Yeah, but I don't even really want to go. But if it means, but the thing is, I was like, oh, okay. And like this morning, I had to explain to him, you're on the bubble. He's like, what's that mean? I'm like, you know how bubbles, it's really easy to pop? He's like, yeah. Well, that's your fishing trip. If you keep acting like a jerk, that thing's going to pop and no fishing. He's like, I could see like the wheels turning, and he's like, oh, okay. And then we'll see. But,
yeah.
So I've been trying to keep the show positive with our hero segment.
Yeah.
And this week, it's you.
What?
Well,
I got to be a hero.
You got to be the hero instead of the bad dad for a change. No, because you were telling me about because we were talking about how silly it would be for someone to get sick because they just decided not to get the vaccine, not because they were against it, but just they couldn't get around to it.
Yes.
And then go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday I was talking to my buddy and we were just randomly talking and I had told him, like, I'm glad I got vaccinated because my greatest fear was to be like, your tombstone says I died of COVID after, like in all caps, after the vaccine was available. And he was like, well, that would be mine. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, I don't know. He's like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, but you want to get it? And he's like, yeah. So I took him. I'm like, we went and found it was super easy compared to like February when I went. Like, basically, we signed up online an hour later. Walked around Target and he got his first shot.
Awesome. So
yeah,
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it was funny because then when I told Annie about it, she was like, "Did he want to go?" Like she thought I was just dragging people off the street.
I need that too.
Yeah, but yeah, I was happy to take him because he was, and then it made me wonder how many people are like worried about that because it was so hard early on.
Sure.
That people just give up is what it
Giving them away
is.
now.
Yeah.
It's harder to get tested.
Yeah, way harder to get tested.
So good job. Don't let it get to your head.
I was like, why? What did I do?
I saw this story. Did you see it? After a TikTok of a dad dancing with his family's 23-year-old nanny went viral, she addressed speculation about their relationship. So,
and it sounds bad and looks so bad because of the pictures they put.
So what happened was 23-year-old nanny is dancing with the dad.
Yeah.
Doing like the end of Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
Where, he
lifts her up. Yeah.
And she actually lifts him up too. So it's just this whole, you can tell they're just having fun.
They're just goofing off.
And the wife filmed it.
Yeah. And to me, that's the thing that makes it where it's like, it's a non-issue if it would be different if this was posted and the wife's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, they're just goofing off if they all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's very attractive. And so, again, I say dads, stop hiring hot nannies. What the fuck is wrong with you? Because even if there is nothing wrong, it's going to bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
Nanny has denied speculation of an inappropriate relationship with her male employer after a TikTok video of the two of them reenacting a scene from Dirty Dancing went viral.
Again, with me on this one, I just think this is people just projecting because the wife was there.
Yeah. Well,
if this was happening and it was like,
the wife was filming it.
Yeah.
And she can be heard giggling in the background while filming the video. At one point, Rachel, the wife, can be heard saying, "You thumbed her boobs." Because he did when he went to pick her up.
Yeah.
So various social media users criticized the video. In the comments, some people said she was flirting. And then because of the age gap, some people were saying that the dad was grooming the nanny.
Oh.
Which, that's just kind of...
I know. I mean, it's like... Well, she was like 23 or something, right?
Yeah, but there's an age gap. I mean, the whole thing is, first of all, you're in a position of power.
Yeah.
And there's enough of a difference where the nanny chimed in and said, "I'm not being groomed. Everybody can really calm down." Although I say the best groomers do it without them knowing it.
So he's the excellent groomer. That's hella funny.
But I don't know. It's just gotten to the point now where I'm sure I saw the video. It looks like they're just having fun.
Yeah.
Granted, it's a little unusual, but stop hiring hot nannies, you fucking idiots.
Or just even taking the time to be like, I myself have to get off of just looking at the news. The news will drive me crazy. But like to fall down the rabbit hole of like looking at this stuff and taking the time to get mad at that, like it's bad enough for me to, I'm looking at the news and getting mad, it just makes me think like how much time you have if you're going to be on here. Like, how dare you? Like,
I know.
Now that you've heard from me.
Well, then I got this story. This one, I could see any parent getting into this trap.
Yeah.
Mom in U.S. falsely identifies murdered boy 8 as her son as father is accused of killing him.
How can any parent fall into that trap?
A mother in the U.S. Claimed the body of a murdered 8-year-old boy discovered in Las Vegas. She claimed that it was her son, leading the boy's father to be falsely accused of killing him. The woman gave a wrongful ID. The deceased boy was not her son.
So she saw the deceased body?
No, they gave her a drawing. If you click the link, you will see like the composite, like the sketch. And it does look like her son.
It does look like her son, but I don't know why you would positively identify if you didn't see the body. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, the kid was with the dad camping in Utah.
Yeah. So she didn't even know what he was doing.
No, but she just went out and said, yeah, the dad killed him. That's it.
Oh, my God.
And it's like, what the fuck?
That's so fucking messed up.
So, yeah, if you look at the pictures, they do look alike.
Yeah.
But the father, Jose Montes Herrera, and his 2 sons were in central Utah and out of cell phone range.
Yeah.
So now he's demanding a formal apology.
Hell yeah. You just put me in the news and it said that the cops came to him, right?
Does he want the apology from his wife or from the public?
I would assume the wife. I don't see why. What was the public?
Well, because apparently a lot of cops and stuff got involved.
Well, of course they're gonna because they're acting on the tip from the
mom.
ex. Yeah.
Well, so what it comes down to is apparently they are in a custody battle.
Oh.
So the mom, the mom was saying, "Are you okay? Did you really do this? Turn yourself in."
Oh my God.
Like, bitch.
Yes.
Not cool. So I guess
I would think and hope that would probably play in his favor to be able to say, and what are your objections to her having more time? Well, she falsely accused me of murdering her son.
Yeah. You may have read about that.
And let me have police waiting for me outside my campsite.
Yeah. So, when the dad was done camping and he got back into cell phone range, he says everybody you can think of, family, friends, he got about 100 messages at once. He raced to the nearest gas station and rang the boy's mother to let her know he and her son were very much alive.
Yeah.
She started yelling at me, and a Metro Department detective picked up the phone from her and said, "Where are you at?" By the time I turned around, I had about 150 cops surrounding me.
Oh, my God.
So obviously the kid was right there.
Yeah.
And the sad part is that somewhere that kid they have no idea who he is.
Yeah.
He's a dead kid.
Yeah. Yeah. So not only did she make whoever's actual son that is have to wait because now they thought they figured it all out. So now that's caused that people to have to
the first 48 hours.
Yes. So she's also fucked up the actual murder.
And it's like, I mean,
that's
I can
fucked
see
up.
you're in a custody dispute, but if you're,
you would know, and to me, you've got a little bit of mental illness to be able to jump to the conclusion that that's my son and he murdered him. Mm-hmm. What? On what? Based on what? And you managed to not know what they're up to, like.
Well, that's the thing. Is like you should know that they were camping.
Yes.
It's like, you know what? That looks like my kid, but my ex-husband said he took him camping in Utah. So
yeah, you're not filling in some pretty important information, and if they're not talking, then she shouldn't be able to just jump to that conclusion. And kind of on the police too, to be able to have them go jump that far on it.
I think we've seen that cops are always happy to. If there's a quick solution, they'll take it.
Yeah.
Not to say I could do any better.
Yeah.
And that brings us kind of back to the school thing. Apparently in Franklin, Tennessee, where my cousin lives, school started there, and there was a protest. Angry protests erupted in Franklin, Tennessee after a school district reinstated a mask mandate for elementary school students. And pretty much...
Why has it got to be an angry protest to wear a freaking mask?
And the thing is, they were heckling people that were wearing masks.
And where's this at?
Franklin, Tennessee. It's just a suburb of Nashville.
Jesus.
Really nice area. So they were outside the meeting chanting, "We will not comply."
Oh my God.
And then people that were wearing masks, you could hear in the video, "We know who you are. You'll never be allowed in public again.
Jesus.
You can leave freely, but we will find you."
Oh my God.
So you're terrifying these people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they always say it's about freedom, but...
Well, yeah, how's it freedom if you want to...
You're stomping on these people's...
You want to stomp on other people's freedom, yeah.
Like, you're free to do what I want you to do is pretty much what it comes down to, which fuck these people.
I'm going to harass you. Like the guy that followed you in the parking lot. Why are you wearing a mask? Like, dude.
So now they're arguing about the parent's choice. And I guarantee you most of the people arguing about the choice are not pro-choice when it comes to abortion.
Yes.
It's like fucking people.
It's what they, you need to be on my side, and that's the right side.
Yeah. One of these idiots, Lee Allen Baker, he was going against the mask mandate. There are these books that I have. I have them as a gift for you. The Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and the Federalist Papers. First of all, those first 3 are not books.
Yeah.
Also,
I have these books for you.
The Bible. And these guarantee my freedom and yours. And our
The
children's.
Bible guarantees my freedom.
And I guarantee you he hasn't read any of these fucking things.
No.
No. Like we talked about like last week, the Constitution is one of those things that the more you drink, the more you know about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. But the good news, well, not the good news. There are doctors that are coming out, and there was a doctor that has kids in this school. Says he's worried because his 2 kids are too young to be vaccinated. We're in that same boat.
Yeah.
So it's like I hate that people are putting my kid at risk because they're too stupid to just allow people to do what they're doing.
Well, what makes me mad about it is like last year the whole thing was if you're afraid then you stay home. And now it's like, well, we did the right thing. We got vaccinated, and they still are like
do all this because
they still want like what they want is like you stay home. I don't want to get a vaccine. I don't want to wear masks. You stay home. Mm-hmm. And it's like it doesn't matter if people are dying. It doesn't matter if they don't care unless
it hits them.
Someone they know within their circle. It has to be that close. Like
I know. Well, and that takes it to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to get mad at me for this one because I'm going to do the kick in the balls.
Oh, no.
California dad killed his kids over QAnon and serpent DNA conspiracy theories. So this fucking asshole. Matthew Taylor Coleman, 40. He's a surfing instructor. Took his 2-year-old son and 10-month-old daughter.
Yeah.
He took them into Mexico and killed them. I'm not going to go into the whole why or the how. But he believed that his wife had passed down her serpent DNA to the children. Because he believed in the lizard people stuff.
What I don't get with this stuff is like, is this an increase in mental illness? No. Or are people just this stupid? Like, honestly.
I think
serpent DNA. Like, serpent people.
Lizard people.
Idiots.
I think what it is everyone has this whole you have to respect people's opinions. And no, you don't.
You don't. Not if it's this, like, if it's this dumb, like, that really makes me worried about, like, I don't have to respect if you're going to be, well, it's an alien and I had to kill my kid, or they've got a serpent in them. What? You are crazy. You need to be locked up if you're thinking your wife is half serpent. That is not a freedom. That is a mental illness. You're mentally ill.
He got his wife was concerned, like, hey, he took the kids. I don't know where the fuck he went. He didn't take the car seats. And so she notified the authorities, and they got him at the border when he was trying to get back in.
Oh, my God. So they didn't get to stop him either.
No.
Yeah, I don't understand.
So knock it off with this QAnon bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of it.
And that's the hardest thing is, like, you can't. It's hard when you're trying to figure out, like, how do you even explain to someone that if your starting point is that you believe in serpent people, how do I even begin to tell you that you need help?
You're no longer allowed to have kids.
That you need help. Yeah, like just believing that, or that there's like space, space aliens control it. Like, come on,
Is
dude.
it any more ridiculous than believing in God?
Well, I don't
There's
know.
a big spooky man, and he cares about what you do. And he created everything. It's not that big of a leap.
I don't.
I'll let you off the hook.
Yeah, I don't know about. I don't think it's on the same level. If you're someone that's like they believe in God and they're using that to act nice to other people. If you're like, I believe in God and that makes me want to burn this building or yell at people who are trying to get an abortion.
But you don't hear from those people.
Yeah.
You just hear from the ones that are fucking crazy.
Yeah. That use it to justify whatever they're doing. And that I don't agree with. Like, I don't mind if people have beliefs like that, as long as those beliefs let you treat people not, like.
All right. Well, here is.
Here's a story about a bad daddy.
Okay, this guy. We're back to the funny.
Okay.
Father accused of hiding cocaine in 9-year-old son's coat pocket.
Oh, poor
First of all,
kid.
who the hell thinks this would work?
Poor
Like,
kid.
The cop is going to be like, "Oh, this fourth grader's the kingpin."
Yeah, and the kid has to be like, I got it from a friend.
In
Or
Forest
whatever the
Park,
dad told him.
Ohio. A local father is in jail accused of trying to hide cocaine in his child's clothing. Investigators on Friday found a large amount of cocaine on a child, and the trail led to his father, Kenneth Watson.
Wow.
Not a little bit of cocaine, but over 16 grams of cocaine packaged in 11 separate baggies. That's about a half ounce. That's so I'm told. So,
You know a lot about it, Robert.
anyway,
Only a fool would do it this way if you were to truly hide it.
I mean, it really didn't help that they were all portioned out, but
Yeah.
anyway, the dad was charged with drug trafficking, drug possession of cocaine, and endangering children. Because, kids shouldn't have access to that.
No.
So this one, another dumb dad with bad another dumb dad with bad excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Father accused of child abuse claims TV fell on children, causing their injuries.
They ran into the wall.
A father accused of abusing his children is claiming that a television fell, causing injuries discovered by their mother and grandmother.
Oh, my God.
So it's like... okay,
Then they fell into my fist and elbow.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like they were both sitting right next to the TV.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could see like two kids are wrestling and they knock over the TV and it falls on them. But
Yeah.
TVs nowadays, pretty damn light.
Yeah. And if it did fall on them, you would think it would be consistent with the thing falling
a
on
big
them.
bruise, not...
Because I have seen where people have put stuff up sometimes where you've been at their house and been like,
That's gonna
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Did you go into the stud? And they're like, what? No. Or they're like, uh-oh. Or like mirrors. Like those things, if you don't put that stuff up right, a big heavy one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the mother and grandmother accused the children's biological father of causing injuries while he watched the children that day.
Mm-hmm.
He watched them from 7 a.m. that day. The women came home in the evening. They discovered bruising on the children.
Yeah.
They confronted the dad about the injuries. He became angry. He told them a television had fallen on both children and caused the bruises.
Yeah, ridiculous. As if that's not the first thing that you would say had some crazy accident happened, you know?
Yeah. So they arrested him, and he was arraigned on August 5th. So he's on 2 counts of first-degree child abuse, 1 count of first-degree child abuse committed in the presence of another child, $100,000 bail. So, and this last one, not a dad, but if this happened to my kid, I'd be fucking furious.
Mm.
And this is one of those things where, well, South Carolina man tattooed a child's face at McDonald's.
What the fuck? What? It was his kid?
No.
Even worse. And where was the parent to stop? Wait, all right, explain this.
A South Carolina man has been arrested for claiming to have tattooed a child's face in a McDonald's restaurant. Brandon Prescia, 28, of Lawrence, South Carolina, is charged with illegal tattooing and tattooing of minors after police learned of a minor tattooed. So, okay, who gets a tattoo at a fucking McDonald's?
And this minor, what age is this
It
minor?
didn't say. They just said it was a minor. But it was a face tattoo.
So it was probably some
Could have been 17.
idiot
Who knows?
17-year-old. Even so, and does it say what the tattoo was?
No, it did not. However, apparently there's a TikTok video, so you could probably see it. Authorities were told that a man had tattooed the face of a child at the restaurant after a customer filmed the incident and posted a video on social media. I mean, to me, TikTok does a better job than a million cops could do.
Yeah.
Because people are fucking stupid because they will break the law
Yeah.
and post it and go, look how cool I am.
Yep.
It's like, okay, you just did all the work for us. Just like the guys from January 6th. How many of those guys are busted because of their own posts?
This is true.
And then McDonald's, they said, here's their quote, "In our restaurants, nothing is more important to us than the safety and well-being of our customers and employees. The behavior reported is not in line with our organization's values or expectations of how restaurants should be managed." I'm sorry, it takes a long time to set up for a tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Couldn't someone say, hey, get the fuck out of here?
Yeah. Well, and that's, I think, though, it's what I've seen is if you're at like a restaurant, a McDonald's or something in
Yeah.
a nicer area,
Yeah.
they'll kick people out.
Mhm.
But if you're in a like sketchier area, you can see that they don't want to tell people because they're,
I know.
you know, you're getting minimum wage and you're not going to want to. They'll have people in there sometimes where they'll be like, I know they don't want this guy in here, you know?
Yeah.
And you can just tell that they're probably like, they've asked them, but they're probably not going to push it, depending how the guy looked at it. But they could have called, you know, they could have called for the cops or something, but.
No, it never got to that point.
Yeah.
I had to wait till it came out on TikTok.
Yeah. But what was the tattoo?
I don't know. But I'd be pissed if
Now, if he was getting it like a Harry Potter scar, that'd be pretty cool. But if it was... I like your face. Yeah, what the fuck?
Fuck in the jar.
Or the full Batman, or all the way around the eyes, like Sons of the Batman. No?
Ultimate Warrior.
Does he have that? Does he have a Batman around his eyes? I don't...
Pretty much.
Oh.
I mean, it's not really a Batman, but it's similar.
Similar?
I mean, he's dead now, but...
Mm.
Anyway, email us. Tell us what you think.
I just like that you went total stone face, like, fucking stupid. So stupid.
Exactly.
So stupid.
The standupdads@gmail.com. Subscribe, rate us, review us. It's how the show grows. If you want to hire someone to draw a tattoo on your kid's face in a local McDonald's, who would they reach out to?
You can reach out to Pencil for Hire. That's pencil, FORHire.com, or Pencil for Hire on Instagram.
I know you wouldn't do the tattoo, but would you design it?
Not for a kid. I've done face painting before at all these things.
That's different.
But yeah, I'm not going to tattoo someone. Yeah. I'd design a tattoo, but not for a kid.
Well, if you need a little boost before you start your minimum wage shift at McDonald's to watch a guy get a tattoo, get our sponsor, Seattle Gummy Company. They make high-energy mocha shots, give you all the caffeine of a cup of coffee 5 times faster, and for half the price of what you would spend at one of those chain coffee shops. Mike and I have been enjoying these for over a year, and they just work great for when you're in that middle of the afternoon and you hit that wall. It just gets you through the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Click the link in our show notes, enter the code StandUpDads15, get 15% off your order.
They're delicious, too.
Seattle Gummy.
They are. Don't laugh at me. They're delicious.
I know. I'm liking their chili pepper ones. There's my favorite.
Finally have one that you think is delicious.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, Seattle Gummy Company, Stand Up Dad tested and approved. Get shit done. We have teamed up with the guys over at Gag on This podcast for merch over at tpublic.com. If you click the link in the show notes, you will see you can get our ugly faces on t-shirts, notebooks, stickers, whatever you want. You can get it on there. Go click the link in there. Don't go to TeePublic and look for Gag on This. You will be unhappy with what you find. And speaking of Gag on This, get my side project, the Gag on This podcast. That's run by...
Speaking of Gag on This, check out Gag on This.
Yep. Fucking A. We interview comics from all over the place, have a great time doing it. That's run by Big Nick. Last week, we had a celebrity. We had Stephan Bonner,
Who's that?
UFC fighter.
Oh.
Who, like 15 years ago, him and Forrest Griffin, like, they were like UFC 1 pretty much. And
wow.
If it wasn't for them, probably UFC would not, because they had one hell of a fight.
Wow.
I mean, people argue that saved the whole company.
Wow.
And I watched it again, and dude, those guys if people fought like that all the time, people would die.
Wow.
They just kept going and going and going, and it was amazing. He retired from that. Now he's doing wrestling.
Oh.
And he's also doing a little bit of comedy.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Check out the Stephan Bonner episode. I think it'll be interesting to listen to. I had a fun time talking to him. Yeah, he was kind of thrown because I asked him, apparently after that first fight,
yeah,
they were, I guess, kind of standard thing. You go to the ER after.
Yeah.
And they were like 2 beds away from each other, and they started talking, and I guess he got a Viagra from the other guy. Like, why? What led to that? It's like, no, listen and find out. Anyway, we will talk to you guys next week.
Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thing I want to say is thank you all for coming. Bye-bye.